We just had the best food at Disney World and no one knows about it.
But we guess we can let you in on it.
I've got the sneaky food tricks.
I've got the secret food items.
And I've got the ultimate food hacks.
I hope you're hungry.
When most people think of Disney World food, they think of popcorn, churros, turkey legs. Don't even get me started. What if I were to tell you you're missing out? Food and treats are a huge part of Disney World. We're gonna tell you some of our favorite food hacks, tricks, and even some secrets that I don't know if I can trust you with, but I don't have a choice. Think of this as insurance, okay? If anything happens to me, you'll be able to tell the people, get the secrets out, okay? Just promise me you'll be safe. You kind of look like a butterfly right now. My first food hack coming in hot. Everything is better with cheese. You can get a side of cheese sauce for only $1 at a lot of places around Disney World, like Woody's Lunchbox, Casey's Corner, and Backlot Express. And this extra cheese dipping sauce is great for dipping chicken nuggets, fries, pretzels, or literally whatever you want. It's just a fun way to add some flavor to your meal. It doesn't go down easy if it ain't cheesy. For you sweet over savory fans, we've got something for you too. Inside the hub at Magic Kingdom, head to the popcorn cart. All right, I need you to grab a Mickey pretzel. Yep, just like that, good. Then, instead of your $1 cheese, I need you to grab a $1 cup of chocolate. Sweet chocolate pretzel emotions, yeah. It's literally chocolate sauce in a cup, and it's $1. Now, this chocolate sauce is usually for the churros, but it's a fun, sweet, and savory hack. Kind of reminds me of dipping bread in the chocolate fondue, except this time the chocolate's not hot. You are, because it's hot outside. Ah, you get it. And now I'll do you one even better. For $2, you grab a cheese sauce and a chocolate sauce, and you're able to have the best of both worlds. That's what I would do. Split the pretzel in half. Dip some in the cheese, dip some in the chocolate. You get the best of both worlds. That's Hannah Montana reference. You're welcome. Oh, by the way, in case I didn't mention this before, everything is still better with cheese. Over at Pecosville and Adventureland, there is a new-ish addition to the menu, the walking taco. The walking taco is literally a taco crumpled up inside of a small chip bag. The point is you're supposed to have all the ingredients of a taco, but you're able to, I don't know, use a fork and walk with it. It's like the stuff people used to do in college, like those college hacks, but now they just brought it to a theme park, and I'm like, making me feel like a college kid again. Now look, I like the walking taco. I think it's pretty good, but I think we can make it better, because you can grab a side of queso, I'm talking cheese queso, for $1. You can literally just pour the $1 queso directly into the bag for a more filling and, honestly, in my opinion, a tastier creation. In fact, guacamole is only $2 and queso is only $1.07 or so. So go taco crazy. If you're adding guacamole and the queso, you could have a whole nacho bag just walking around Magic Kingdom. And then you're going to be walking around Magic Kingdom and people are going to see you and go, hey, who's that guy with that awesome nacho bag? And you're going to say, it's me. It's a walking taco. But I made it better. Why? Because I follow AllEars.net. I'm here at Hollywood Studios and I'm about to walk inside Galaxy's Edge because I'm here to make the most powerful drink of all. I'll get there. Before I do that, I need some ingredients. So let's head to Sunset Boulevard. All right, we just need to grab some cotton candy. There aren't really a lot of places to grab cotton candy at Hollywood Studios, which is surprising, but you can always usually find something here on Beverly Sunset. See, toys. Treats. No, we need something a different color. I went across the street to Keystone, and they have green Baby Yoda cotton candy. Okay, I think I probably made this one work. All right, and it's perfect because we're going to Galaxy's Edge. All right, let's go. Now here in Batuu, there are a bunch of Hollywood Studios exclusive treats, snacks, beverages. Because on Batuu, everything is themed to Star Wars. So even the food, the snacks, everything, it's got to be themed to Star Wars, including the blue and green milk. Now, the blue and green milk is kind of a controversial beverage here at Galaxy's Edge. For one reason, some people love it or they hate it. And there is a clear division between I like blue milk or I like green milk. Now when I say milk, it's not really even a milk consistency. It's more of like a liquidy smoothie consistency. All the way in the back of Galaxy's Edge, all the way in the back of Batuu, you'll see this huge Thai echelon. This is where the First Order has put their, a little outpost here. Right across from it is where you can purchase blue and green milk. Now, technically, the blue milk comes from a bantha, and the green milk comes from a siren, and not the siren that you think, not like a Little Mermaid siren, like it's a gross kind of siren. Okay, so I have the blue milk, I have the green cotton candy, the Baby Yoda cotton candy, and now the hack begins. Take cotton candy. Ooh, almost a little in the shape of a kyber crystal already, but just make these. It's my green kyber crystal. And then the weird stuff happens. This is where the magic begins. So this is a fun creation because one, it makes your drink look really cool. It's very Instagrammable. Two, it makes it taste better, in my opinion. It's definitely more of a sugar rush, but it definitely tastes better. And adding this to your drink is only going to cost you an additional $5, and that's just the purchase of a cotton candy. This is the kyber crystal. That's really good. It almost evened out the flavors. Now, this green cotton candy that I got from Hollywood Studios was actually like the Grogu cotton candy. It's actually watermelon. And it really, just because a whole bunch of fruits are now combined, it's really good and it looks really cool. And if you can find the pink cotton candy somewhere in Hollywood Studios, definitely recommend trying that as well, because that one is even better. Oh, so good.
All right, next tip. We're at Crystal Palace. This is one of many character meals and also one of many all-you-can-eat buffets here in Disney World. And there are a couple of tips that are going to apply to those kinds of restaurants. So if you're looking at a character meal or really any meal in Disney World at a table service restaurant, you're going to want to book breakfast if you're looking to save some money. Breakfast is the cheapest meal that you can book in Disney World. It's typically about $10-ish cheaper than booking a lunch or dinner reservation. That is true at character meals, so if your kids want to meet the princesses, a breakfast at Cinderella's Royal Table might be a little bit better. If they want to meet Winnie the Pooh, breakfast at Crystal Palace might save you a little bit of money. And that applies to other restaurants as well. If you are willing to make a breakfast reservation, if that restaurant has a breakfast reservation, chances are it'll be a little cheaper to eat at that time than for lunch or dinner. Now let's talk about buffets. So buffets in Disney World, totally a thing. There's a lot of them. Crystal Palace is one of them. My personal favorite is Tusker House over at Animal Kingdom. There's Boma at Animal Kingdom Lodge. Tons of buffet options. If you're going to an all-you-care-to-eat buffet in Disney World, try to book the latest breakfast reservation you can. What this will do is you'll be charged the breakfast prices, but there's a chance, if you time it right, that you will get to eat off of both the breakfast and lunch buffet. Do it brunch style. So that's a really great option if you do want to try the lunch food at one of those places, but want to get access to both breakfast and lunch food and maybe pay those breakfast prices. It's a little tricky. Those reservations definitely fill up quick, but go ahead and check out what time those restaurants switch to lunch. It's usually 11 a.m. and book your reservation for 10:30, 10:45 if you can. I am at Polynesian Village Resort for our next tip. Did you know that the exact same food items are sometimes available in other places for cheaper than where you might be buying them? Yes, for real. You could save some serious cash just by choosing the right place to be when you eat the food that you want to eat. For instance, on the second floor of Polynesian Village Resort, there is a restaurant called Kona Cafe. This is a table service restaurant, and for breakfast, they serve the very famous Tonga toast. The Kona Cafe menu has Tonga toast, which is a banana-stuffed sourdough French toast rolled in cinnamon sugar that is to die for, listed for $17. But it's pretty pricey for some breakfast toast. But can we find it for cheaper elsewhere? You sure can. Downstairs at Captain Cook's, you find the Tonga toast as well for just $10.49. Captain Cook's is a quick service restaurant here at Disney's Polynesian Village Resort, and it also serves Tonga toast for breakfast. Both of the restaurants only have it for breakfast, but it's a full almost $7 cheaper here at Captain Cook's. I've had the Tonga toast from both Captain Cook's and from Kona Cafe, which you can get to go, and I found that it was pretty much exactly the same. The one from Kona Cafe did have a strawberry sauce with it that I liked a little more, and the sausage and bacon were of higher quality than Captain Cook's. But if you're going for the Tonga toast, but don't feel like you need to pay that almost $7 to get it from Kona Cafe when you can get it right here. And that's not the only example of this. While Dole Whip is $5.99 in Magic Kingdom, it is a whole dollar cheaper for a cup of Dole Whip here at Pineapple Lanai at Disney's Polynesian Village Resort. It's only $4.99 for a cup of Dole Whip. Saving $1 per Dole Whip is pretty significant. Plus, Pineapple Lanai has Dole Whip with rum, which Magic Kingdom does not. So do with that information what you will. So if you're going for one of those iconic snacks, it might be a good idea just to lean towards finding it at one of the resorts if they do offer it. Generally, quick service is going to have cheaper prices than table service, and the resorts are going to have cheaper prices than in the parks. When in doubt, we've got full menus listed on AllEars.net for every single restaurant in Disney World. They are kept up to date, so you can head to AllEars.net to make sure that you have the most accurate pricing for any food that you might buy in Disney World. I'm at Disney's Grand Floridian Resort for this next tip, but this one applies pretty much anywhere in Disney World. If you don't have to grow up, neither does your stomach. You can order kids' meals at quick service restaurants, even as a grown-up. If you're not a heavy eater, you're just looking for a snack, or you need a light meal to hold you over until your next really big Disney meal, go ahead and order that kids' meal. Typically, Disney offers a variety of kids' meals on quick service menus, and oftentimes they are smaller portions of stuff you can get on the grown-up menu. My absolute favorite kids' meal to grab is, between all this construction, over at Gasparilla Island Grill here at Disney's Grand Floridian Resort. It's a quick service restaurant that serves a lot of more like, it's like sandwiches and salads and things like that, but they also have my favorite mac and cheese in all of Disney World. The bonus of the kids' meals is that they typically come with 2 sides and a drink. Here, those side options are french fries or a chocolate chip cookie. You can get fountain drinks, bottled water, or milk with your meal. And it's great to just toss those bottled waters in your bag. A lot of the ones in the parks come with oranges that you can keep, little clementines, and toss in your bag for a little pick-me-up for later. Little bonus tip while I get my kids' meal is that you can press "I'm here, prepare my order" on a mobile order 5 minutes early. So my mobile order window started at 12:45, and I tapped it at 12:40, or 1:45. What time is it? But anyway, I tapped it at 1:40. So for under $8, I got my beloved Gasparilla Island Grill mac and cheese, some fries on the side, double carbs, a chocolate chip cookie, and a bottled water for under $8. Kids' meals are where it's at. Just occurred to me I could have put my mac and cheese on the fries and had loaded fries. Bonus tip: get a kids' meal, double fries as the side, put your mac and cheese on top of the fries. Alright, our next tip in Epcot is that the early bird gets the baguette. Over in the France Pavilion within World Showcase, there is a quick service restaurant named L'All, Boulangerie et Patisserie. This is a bakery. They've got sandwiches, they've got coffee, and they've also got a ton of pastries and things like that. Most items are made fresh at L'All, and they tend to run out of the more popular and better tasting food items by the afternoon. So if you're looking for some solid French pastry or cuisine, head to L'All a little earlier in the day before they run out. And we're over in America for our next tip, a salute to all dining packages, but mostly America. Over in America, they have a wonderful theater called the America Garden Theater where live acts happen year-round. Right now, for Festival of the Arts, it is the Disney on Broadway series with actual Disney on Broadway stars. But year-round, there are live acts here, and you can get a dining package to watch these live acts. You can also get fireworks dining packages as well, which will have dedicated seating, which makes it a little easier to see the fireworks. A really big tip with these dining packages is that though they are expensive, there's a way to do them cheaply. And for the American Gardens Theater dining packages, you can actually choose Regal Eagle as your restaurant. It is much cheaper than the other options. It's still great food. It's a quick service restaurant. It's a great way to do one of the dining packages that gets you dedicated seating at American Gardens Theater without breaking the bank. Another tip that I'm in Magic Kingdom for, but can apply pretty much anywhere, is that if you are buying a bottled beverage, do it in a merchandise store if you have access to any Disney Vacation Club or annual pass holder discounts. When you buy a bottled beverage from a cart or quick service spot, your discounts won't apply because you don't get a discount at carts and quick service spots. However, in merchandise stores, you do get typically a 10% discount on any merchandise you buy, and that includes bottled beverages. So if you do get one of those types of loyalty discounts, membership program discounts, coming into a merchandise store if you need a bottled water or a soda. A less sneaky tip that goes with that is that you can get cold ice water at any quick service restaurant for free, so you do not have to pay to get water at all if you don't want to. One more sneaky trick: it is way better to eat than to stress. If you are in Magic Kingdom late at night, late night stress is the worst. Maybe eat instead and then reduce your stress levels. I'll explain. Magic Kingdom gets pretty busy after the fireworks show at night. Right now that's Disney Enchantment. Soon it will be Happily Ever After once again. And Magic Kingdom is pretty busy during those times. When those shows end, the park tends to get wild as there's a mass exodus of people trying to get out of the park. This also happens usually at park close if it's not at the same time as fireworks, where a ton of people will be filtering here through Main Street, trying to get out, trying to get on the monorail, trying to get on the ferry boat, trying to get to the buses. Those crowds can be wild. It can mean long nights for transportation. It can mean stress and having to keep up with your family in very big crowds, but there's a way to avoid that. Did you know that some Magic Kingdom restaurants will actually let you mobile order times past when the park is closed? So if the park closes at 11, you might be able to mobile order to 11:15. And even if you can't mobile order, you might be able to walk right in. During our last best day ever in Magic Kingdom, we did get Plaza Ice Cream right after park was closed. It was like 11:05. Plaza Ice Cream didn't close until 11:15 that night, according to the My Disney Experience app. If you're in the park, if you don't mind staying a little later, if you're not totally beat, check out those hours in your My Disney Experience app for dining locations, specifically on Main Street. Check the mobile order. Sometimes confectionery will let you mobile order. If you grab a snack, you can enjoy it while that big mass exodus is happening, and maybe kill a little bit of time until a lot of those crowds have filtered out of the park. At that point, you'll probably get the benefit of having a more empty Magic Kingdom. You can take some wonderful photos, and your lines for transportation might be greatly reduced. World's tiniest camera. Very tiny. They live in the small camera. Another hot tip is that the best hot dogs in town are at Casey's, and that this is the world's tiniest camera, according to that cast member. So, write that one down.
One of our favorite places in Epcot's Mexico is La Cava del Tequila. If you haven't had the chance to check out La Cava, it is a really cool walk-up bar that does offer really limited seating inside the Mexican Pavilion, where you can grab specialty margaritas, different types of tequilas, and even some small bites. While this spot is known for its fabulous margaritas, there is a new secret menu item that has made its way to La Cava, and it's a virgin colada. This is a non-alcoholic drink that is the Island Oasis mix blend with ice and a mix of pineapple and coconut flavor. We think this could be a great option for kiddos who are hanging out with you, or for anyone who doesn't drink and just wants a fun cocktail to help cool off during the warm summer day. If you're curious, there is also an alcoholic pina colada for those who want to cool off, as well as maybe enjoy your day a little bit in a different way, while you can do it safely. Our next sneaky Disney food tip is one that we think is a simple one, but not everybody knows, and that is it never hurts to ask. So we are gonna head into Animal Kingdom and explain a little bit more what we mean by that. So to demonstrate what it means by it never hurts to ask, we are going to come to Nomad Lounge. So Nomad Lounge is a lounge here in Animal Kingdom that is connected to Tiffin's. They offer specialty drinks, wines, and different small exotic plates, and it's a very popular spot. I am here about 15 minutes before it opens, and there's already a little bit of a line. You can join this one on the walk-up on the app as well. However, it's going to be pretty popular. So if you're bound and determined to get to this one, I would say watch that walk-up app, or consider getting here at 11 when it opens, or even a little bit before like I am. So we have made it to Nomad Lounge. It is 10:55, so they actually let me in a few minutes early, and I was probably the fourth or fifth group in line. No problem though, and I still cannot join the walk-up list. So if you're really excited about this, they might start letting you in a few minutes early. A little bit of a life hack, and you don't have to worry about that walk-up list that you can join on your phone. Another kind of more of a dining tip for Nomad Lounge is if you request to be seated outside, you might even catch some characters floating by the river. Here's our first bite. I also made it a huge one because look at that. That on the end is just a chunk of lobster. I won't make this too long. We have reviewed this several times. If you want to go check out our full review of Nomad Lounge, you can actually go check out our Perfect Day Disney Animal Kingdom with me, Sage, and Quincy, and I also think we tried this there. I've been here a ton. One of my favorite foods. This is so creamy, it's so delectable, and there's a nice little kind of, I don't know how to put it, like not a crunch on top, but the cheese has just been baked and it's really delicious. I also think that it's not overwhelming. It's not so creamy that it's like too heavy or too much. And then the lobster is just such a nice addition, and it's really fresh lobster, or at least it tastes that way. So one of my favorite things. I get this almost every single time I'm here. Now, this particular item may not currently be available as a secret menu item, but it does give us the chance to provide you with a really good tip. If you're visiting a lounge that is connected to a table service restaurant, you might be able to snag some items from the restaurant as a secret menu item. In several of the lounges, the connected restaurant's full menus often are available, like the Brown Derby Lounge is connected to the Brown Derby, or the Tambu Tambu Lounge is outside of Ohana and it offers some of Ohana's specialties. But at Nomad Lounge, our friends over at Disney Food Blog were told about the lobster mac and cheese that is served at the connected Tiffin's. Now this just goes to show you, it never hurts to ask. For example, back in the day when we would go to Kona Cafe, my mom would always ask for Ohana bread pudding, and almost every time they would bring it out to her. Now it's never guaranteed, we cannot promise you that, but again, ask, because you never know what cast members will say.
Another sneaky item that's actually one of my favorites is this hidden burger. So over at the Contemporary, there is a new-ish table service and lounge called Steakhouse 71. If you haven't had the chance to go, Steakhouse 71 offers breakfast, lunch, and dinner at the Contemporary, and the entire theme of the restaurant celebrates 1971, which is the year that Walt Disney World opened. Arguably the most popular item though on the menu is the Stack Burger. Reportedly, it is one of the new favorite burgers park-wide, and I will say personally, it is my favorite cheeseburger. However, it's only on the menu during lunch hours. But wait, don't freak out. Don't worry about getting that lunch reservation, because if you're craving the Stack Burger for dinner, they have it. You just have to ask for it. In case you missed out on the Steakhouse 71 reservation altogether, you can even head to the lounge, and it's available all day there. Personally, when I had my first one, it was in the lounge late at night because we couldn't grab the reservation, and I was dying to try this burger. And I will say, in my opinion, it lived up to the hype.
Now, in some cases, a secret menu item may not be an actual item. It might just be something extra. For instance, if you're visiting the Spring Roll cart outside of Adventureland, there is a sauce that is not technically on the menu. This dipping sauce is for your choice of spring rolls, and it's mayo-based, and it's sort of like an aioli. Now, it does come with the cheeseburger spring rolls, but if you want to add it to the other one, that is something you can do. So let's go grab them. So this is one of my favorite things in Magic Kingdom. It's so good, and I think the aioli is really what makes it. The cheeseburger has really nice ground beef in it, and it's good and cheesy, and then there's like hunks of pickles, chunks of pickles, but then the relish and the mayo, like aioli, just hones it all together, and it almost reminds me of like a Crystal's burger in a really positive way. I really love this. It's one of my favorite things, and I think if you skip on the sauce, you're missing out on an aspect of this burger that makes it so good.
So those are our sneaky food tricks.
If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe.
And now go watch our sneaky ride tricks for Magic Kingdom.
Remember
See you
that
there.
time I put cotton candy in blue milk?
I'm trying to forget
We
it.
weren't
Yeah.